Were you one of the many that panic sold when you saw Bitcoin starting to collapse? I hope you weren't. What we saw was typical emotion-driven trading. We saw a huge run here. And of course, we had a little pullback here and some profit taking. A little bit of news on Tesla and Elon and Bitcoin and all the stuff circulating through media. And then what happens? Panic selling. Oh, it's going down. I gotta get out. Okay, so these guys that bought up here at the top, they start seeing it going down and they're already in the red. What happens? They start to panic as usual and emotion takes over and they've just lost their minds. They basically lost their minds. And we see this happening all the time. When you have novice traders in a market, in a stock, or in a crypto that shouldn't even be trading to begin with. But this is what we see. Let's look at the monthly here. It's what we always do. We always go back and look at the macro, look at the big picture of what's happening. Let me see if I can dial this in a little better for you guys. Here's what we got, okay? This is a monthly, all right? So what we see here is we drew a trend line from the last high to the next high, which was last month, January, to the top of that. Then what do we see? We see a break above that and it just flew. And of course, guess what? You're gonna have a pullback. Okay, you don't have a month where you're going from 33,000 to 58,000 that you're not going to have a pullback and you're going to have some profit takers. For those who are in it for the long haul, you know you got this. You got this under control. You're not panicking. Those who are thinking that Bitcoin is possibly going to hit 100,000 by May or 1 million by December, then you're delusional for one. But you're also the guy that panics, okay, when it isn't going that way. This is almost like an unhealthy growth because we saw this again back in 2017 when it jumped up and hit 20,000 and then started getting some profit takers in the house, and then everything fell apart again and everybody panicked, and those who shouldn't have been in it got out, panicked, took a beating. Well, we're back. Same scenario, same bunch of investors, and you just got to be in it for the long haul and quit worrying about the news and what Elon Musk and what everybody else is doing. This is Bitcoin. This is not a dollar. This is not based on the stock market or the Fed or anything else. This is Bitcoin. This is the future. So hang on tight. Don't get panicked out and don't get into this fearful trading, this up and down nonsense that we see happening all the time whenever we hit a market high. We saw it here when it hit 42. Okay, what was the natural growth? We should have been, at this point, we should have been somewhere around 43, 44 of healthy growth or steady growth, but we didn't. We went up and tested 60,000. So of course, what's going to happen? There's going to be a pullback. Now, what's going to happen now? We're on an inside day, and if you can see this green is an inside day candle that shows us the market doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know whether to go up and turn into a bull or head back down and continue in this downward trend that we've seen for 2 days. It hasn't been a week, it's only been 2 days, so tighten up the belt and let's get moving here. So even if it does, this looks like the area of probably our support, which was about 43,000. Will it go down there? Possibly. Will it go beyond that? Who knows? But again, long-term marathon mentality is what you need. If you're investing in Bitcoin, hang on to it, get in, put it to sleep, put it out of your mind. If you're not trading it all the time, if you're just investing, just put your investment in, keep adding to it when it hits these dips, and just keep growing with it. And eventually you're going to have something of real great value in the future. And that's how you need to look at this. This is a future investment. And don't panic and don't freak out, because that's what happened the last time this thing hit 20. But there's just the scenario, the economy, everything is so different now. It's a completely different ballgame. Cryptos is gaining so much momentum now. How could this thing possibly tank? What you had here was fear selling by news. Okay? Fear selling by news. That's all it was. Someone said something, the news got all over it, the media ran with it, and of course, who are they in bed with? They're in bed with the people that don't want cryptos. So of course they're going to do everything they can to drag this thing down, but they can't. We own this, we control this. So continue to invest in Bitcoin. Continue to put a little bit, even if $50 a week, a month, or whatever. Just keep putting coins at it. And keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, and you're going to have something. Marathon mentality. All right?